This is a video about the 2021 Volkswagen T-Roc R-Line 4-wheel drive, the top spec for New Zealand. Features and walk around, and we'll cover all the basics. So first we'll start with the key. So at the moment the vehicle is locked. To unlock it, press the button, unlock all the doors from a distance. The wind mirror opens up itself, and then to lock it, press this button, wind mirror will lock in. All the doors will be locked. And once unlocked, to open the tailgate, either press and hold this key. Otherwise, you can simply use your finger, push the badge on the top, the power taker opens up. This is how the boot looks like. And underneath, you get your spare wheel and a little bit storage as well. You can take this off simply by take this off. You can drop down the rear seats as well. We'll show you that later. This is to close the tailgate just by one touch. Tailgate closes all the way. This is how the back looks like. Fuel tank, it's on the right hand side. As long as the vehicle is unlocked, simply tap this and they will open up. Obviously premium fuel only, minimum 95, recommended for New Zealand. Push that in at the rear seats. So at the back you get two USB charging ports. It's USB-C now, so if you're using the old USB-A, which is wider than that, you're gonna have need an adapter. Same applies to the front. At the back, the rear seats can be dropped down by pull this lever. It'll be nice and flat. Same applies to from the other side, just on the left side of the headrest, basically. And push this back up. You also get a nice armrest, some cup holders, and you also get the ski hatch, what we call it. So it drops in. You can have a longer items push in if you like, otherwise push it back in. So this is how the back looks like. Very easy. Some storage here, some storage there, so normal. Also on the driver door you have keyless entry and keyless entry, and it works on driver door, it works on the passenger door as well. So at the moment the vehicle is unlocked, obviously I have the key in my pocket. As long as you are in the safe distance, this will lock in. And if you do want to unlock the vehicle, simply hand in there, the vehicle will be unlocked. Again, finger in here when you see the bar over there, and hand in the handle, unlocks. Easy. And once we jump in, we'll find all the window control on the side, window lock for the back. If this has yellow light on, that means the window lock is locked for the rear passenger. You won't be able to lock and unlock, or you won't be able to wind down the windows at the back. Wind mirror controls. So if it's pointed to the right, that means you can adjust the right wind mirrors. Point to off, point to left. Again, adjust the left wind mirror. This is the heated function for example, winter morning. So heat to indicator to the heated wind mirror function. That'll heat up wind mirror in the morning. You can also manually control the folding wind mirror as well. Otherwise, switch all the way back to off position. Door handles just as normal. Door locks, unlock and lock. Also, there's another button for boot release. So you can pull and hold that button to open the tailgate, basically. So this is the tailgate option. Nice R-Line leather seats with cloth seats in the center. So adjust the seats. So slide forward and backwards, just on the left bottom, and go up and down is this way, or this way going down. Adjust the back, switch forward, backwards, and then this is for lumbar support. So they push this in if you like it. So that's how the seats looks like. Now if we jump in the center, so on the right hand side you'll find your light switch. So this is off position, so it doesn't have any lights on, but no matter which position you're staying to, the vehicle automatically will switch on the LED daytime running lights as standard, even if you're off. So otherwise you can switch to auto, and the vehicle will switch on automatically, and the vehicle lights will switch on automatically. You can also switch on the parking light. Okay, the beep because the door is open. Or switch on the vehicle first, and then you can also switch on the nighttime lights as well. So otherwise leave on auto, it will switch on automatically. And if you do want to switch on fog lights or rear fog lights, to switch it on is, you can see now it's flat, but I'm gonna pull this against my camera. You can see the front fog light is on. I'm gonna pull it again, you can see now on the dashboard the rear fog light is on. So you can see now it's not flat, you have a gap in between. So pushing all the way in, flat, no fog lights. Pull it, and rear front fog lights. Pull it again on the dash, it's gonna show rear fog lights. So otherwise, push all the way in. There you go. So that's about the lighting control. Now we're gonna go to the steering. So on the steering, on the left and right, you get all the controls buttons. So first one, you get directional dial basically, left and right, up and down, and OK button and view button allows you to control everything on the digital screen. So at the moment, it's gonna show, for example, traditional analog dial, rev counter on the left, kilometers on the right. If you do want to change any views for any screen, you can simply click view button, press the view, it's gonna zoom in, it's gonna show up the everything information in the center instead. Then after that, you get parking and 0Ks at the very bottom instead. So press the view button again, it goes back to the third design. This design will show your how do you say, range to empty, date, for example, start time, all that things. And then you can also press the view button again, it brings back to the traditional analog dial. So that's how to change on the side view basically, where everything in the center you will be able to customize that. So at the moment, for example, it shows range to empty. We can use this left and right arrow button. So if we click right, it's gonna go to, for example, at the moment on systems, go right again, navigation, go right again, audio, go right again, telephone, and vehicle status, driving data again. So that brings back, it goes around, you can click left and right whenever you like. Simple. And then at any screen, for example, if you want to change anything in the trip odometer screen or the driving data screen, I'm gonna go up. So you can see I'm gonna select overview, click OK. Otherwise I can go up, see the consumption, I can go up as well, I can see the trip, how long has it been running for. So you can do different things over here. Again, controls all these buttons here. So yeah, that's how the digital dash looks like. And any screen, let's say I'm going to change to assistant systems, I do want it to be slightly, how do you say, slightly less designs. So just click view, and then it goes to the second view screen. Click view again, it goes to the third design. Click view again, it goes back. It always goes around basically. And then you'll notice the voice command button that allows you to access when you, let's say, when you do navigation, it will allow you to input navigation settings, or it allows you to dial a number or call someone directly. So that's what the voice command works. And then after that, you get track controls that allows you to change different radio stations, or if you're on your Bluetooth player, it goes to next or last downs. And then volume control, minus and plus, so to change your volume, that's simple. Then on the left hand side, that's all your cruise control settings plus your assistant systems. So I'm going to talk about cruise control first. So you'll notice on the dash it says trip, it says your full digital case. That means the cruise control is not on at the moment. But if I'm going to tap this button here, you can see now the cruise control is ready to engage with the cruise control bar light over there. When it's on gray, that means it's ready, but it's not on at the moment because I'm not driving, the vehicle is not going to move itself. And when you are driving on the road, whenever you reach a particular K, let's say you reach that 50K, you're going to stop typing, just simply tap the set button. At the moment, it doesn't set because we are not driving. But once you're driving, press set button, this bar on the right hand side will turn to green light. That means the vehicle will set your speed at a particular case, let's say 50. And then once you set at 50 k's, you're going to have this bar in the center that allows you to change your distance between the front vehicle and yourself. Because this car has the adaptive cruise control function, so that allows the vehicle to basically brake if the traffic in front of you drives slower than your set speed. So if I tap this button here, you can see the bars change. You'll notice in the center, just gonna go around, you can see this change, go up, go down. So at the lowest bar, it's about maybe 2 second difference, still very safe, but it's gonna get quite close. Again, depends on your set speed and all that things. And the first bars will be around 4 seconds difference. So if it's in rainy condition, you might want to keep 4 bars, but in in good condition, you're more than happy to keep 2 bars. It's still very safe to have 2 bars. So that's this button change. And if it's on set, for example, we're set at 50k, if you do want to change your set speed, which is your driving speed when the road is cleared, you can press plus or minus. It will go up by 10s. So if at 50, it goes at 60, 70 and 80. If it goes down to 40, 30, and 30 will be the lowest set case you can set. And also you get resume or set button. So while you are setting the cruise control, while your cruise control is on, press resume and press set, allows you to go up by 1 or down by 1. Let's say you don't want to do 10s, you want to change 1 by 1, you can press this, go to 51, 52, 53, or keep pressing this, goes to 49, 48, 47, for example. So that's how to set the cruise control. And because this has the adaptive cruise control again, you will also have the traffic assist that allows the vehicle basically slow down eventually to 0 if the vehicle in front of you slow down to 0. Even if your lowest set case 30, the vehicle will be able to drive from 0 to 10 to 20 sort of thing. Yep, so that's down about the cruise control. So now this button here allows you to bring up all the assistance systems if you do want to quickly set it on or off. So if I'm going to press this button, you can see the assistance systems comes up. Now you can use these arrows to go up and down to choose which one particular one you like. So first one is called lane assist. So how that works is if this particular function is on, when the vehicle is over 60 km per hour, the sensor will pick up the lane marking you're driving into and then give you assistance, balance you left and right basically. I'm going to press this up, bring it up again. After that, speed is on ACC, so that's our adaptive cruise control. That's all these buttons here. But if you do want to change it, you can change the speed limiter. So adaptive cruise control, the first one is the vehicle will drive on your set speed, where speed limiter is you are still driving, pushing the pedal, brake and accelerator, but you can set your speed at the very bottom, so it doesn't allow you to go over that certain speed. Same logic, press the set button while you're driving, go up and down, press up and down to change your set speed. Otherwise, most people are happy with adaptive cruise control. Next one is your blind spot monitor. So on your wing mirror on the top right, you have an indicator. So if someone is driving behind you on the left and right, you will have the indicator light up telling you that someone's behind you, sort of thing. Rear traffic cross alert. Next one. That means the vehicle has a rear sensor, so when you reverse on the car park, you can't see anything coming from left and right. The vehicle will give you a beeping sound in case there's a traffic traveling behind you, just in case you reverse too fast or something like that. Last one, let's go back again. Last one is your front assist. So that's your pre-collision warning, emergency braking before you crash into something or someone. It does help with that for the front assist. So that's all the assistance systems. This is a quick setup. You will be able to go through everything in the screen as well, in case you need to read something. To go through that screen, click menu, click assistance. That brings up everything. You will need to click settings to physically see everything. So this is all your everything set up. If you do want to read it, for example, if I'm going to read a front assist, I can click information. It's going to tell you what it does. If you're going to do the warning medium or early or high, or click it off, it's up to you. So that's everything in the menu. Then assistance, and settings, that's everything there if you do want to read everything through. Otherwise, this is a quick setup for now. So yeah, that's about steering in front of the buttons in front of the steering wheel. Behind, you get your pedal shifters, minus and plus, just behind it. So at normal driving condition, obviously you don't need to use it. The vehicle will change its gears itself. But if you do use, for example, I'm going to be on drive, I'm going to shift it to left. You can now see on the dashboard, if I'm on drive, it's on D1, that means it's on automatic drive at first gear. I'm going to shift to left again, it's going to be on M1, that means the vehicle is on manual mode. That allows you to press this button to go lower shift, or press this button to go up shift. While you're driving, you can have fun with it, and when you're on drive, you can also go lower downshift when you want to do it, but then after a few seconds or after some seconds, when you're not operating the pedals anymore, the vehicle goes back to drive again. So that's how it works with the with the paddle shifters. After that, indicator, up and down, flashlight, high beam, that's all very normal. And then windscreen wiper, so at this position it's off. When press it down, it's just gonna wipe once. Then one position up, it's gonna be on intermittent, so it's gonna be on rain sensing. So wipe depends on how much windscreen you are getting at the front windscreen, how much rainwater you're getting on the front windscreen, sorry. Then you can also use a switch to go up, left and right, allows you to change, for example, lower sensitivity or higher sensitivity, depends on the rainwater you are getting. If you think the rain sensing wiper is wiping too slow, just switch on to the right, or too fast, switch to left, up to you. Then up again, it will be on lower, so it's not rain sensing anymore, it's gonna wipe at a particular low speed. Then go up again, this is high speed. So you either leave at auto position or off position when you're driving. You can watch the front windscreen by pulling against the steering. Switch on the rear wiper just by push it forward to first position. If you do want to watch the rear wiper, push forward all the way and hold. Otherwise, pull it back to neutral position. So the front wiper and rear wiper are all off. So yeah, that's pretty much all the steering functions. I'm a little bit short of breath. After that, you get the digital screen. So this whole screen controls all your things about reverse camera, navigation, phone connections, all that things. So first, we'll talk about the radio control. So I will talk about menu first. So if you connect menu, you can see all the things, and you will be able to pick up all the things, all the system that allowed, basically. So you can also do a swipe. When you see this gesture, there's a swipe feature. Sometimes it can be very sensitive. Sometimes it's not sensitive. This time it works really well. Then you will be able to select first one, for example, radio. Otherwise, direct buttons on each side. So we're going to talk about radio first. So radio, I'm going to click source, allows you to change to AM, FM, Bluetooth radio, and my media. So let's say we are listening to this particular radio station. I'm going to press preset list. This is the easy way to read all of the stations. And then I can press station list. I can choose my station. For example, I'm going to choose Georgia FM. And now you can see I'm listening to Georgia FM, but the preset station hasn't saved anything. So if I want to save Georgia station at the first one, I'm gonna press and hold. Now you can see Georgia station comes up at the first one. Same applies to all the other ones. Just go to station list, click your station, save on the second one. Then next time you just go through that. You can save all sorts of stations, preset stations if you like. So that's how to operate stations. And then same applies to AM, obviously. Some settings to set it up, not really major or anything. Only thing is the arrow button. The arrow button control is these arrow buttons. You can do this on station list, or you can do on this on preset list. Depends on how you like. Otherwise, that's so easy. Next one, we'll go back to the menu. Next one would be telephone. So you can connect your smartphone with this particular feature. This is basically your Bluetooth screen that allows you to connect to Bluetooth. So I'm gonna demonstrate on an iPhone. So let's say if click settings, I'm gonna click Bluetooth, then you can see it's gonna search. Obviously you want to see that particular digits, 4600. So click that, and it should come up on both screens. Click yes, it'll pair. Basically I'm gonna cancel this time because I don't want to cancel it. So yeah, that's how to connect to Bluetooth. Once your Bluetooth is connected, on this top one, it should show up your icon, things like your icon, things like your battery or your signal, all that things over there. Next one, if you do want to listen to anything on your Bluetooth, for example, when something is connected, you can go to media, simply click source. That allows you to say Bluetooth. So that's simple. Click menu again, we'll go to navigation. So you can see navigation. This is the newest navigation system, so it looks very different from the previous one. So this side allows you to control all the things to search or go to my address, all that things. For example, I'm going to search address, simply type anything, for example, starting from number 257 King Street, you'll start typing the number. This is the destinations when you search. Obviously at the moment there's no entries. And this is just no data, all that things. And then you also have your suggestions or your favorite places when you click this one. Otherwise, for anything else, click this icon over here. That brings up our navigation screen. So to change anything, you press this bar at the bottom. You can see auto, day, light, and night, depending on your graphic. You can change the volume of the guidance or mute it. You can also press this button, show map in cluster. So how this works is you have two screens over here. You can either show your map on the left or show your map on the right. So if I'm going to press this button, you can now see map is going to display here. Then in the map menu, I can also click view button. You can see the map will be a full map display. Click view again, it goes back to the traditional one. You can still go left and right as well, but if I'm going to go left to the navigation, it's going to show up here instead of just navigation information. So that's how this works. But if I'm going to press this button, show map cluster, unticked, you can see here it only shows the very basic features, basic information on the screen if your navigation is on and off, and then show the main map here. So that's how to operate the navigation. Yep. After that, menu, obviously we already talked about assistance. You can read all the things in the settings if you do want to change anything. Even on cruise control, you can set last distance selected, all that things. So yeah, there's a lot of small settings over there. Click menu again, app connect, that's your Apple CarPlay Android Auto basically. So I'm going to demonstrate with an iPhone. If you have an Android, you will need to go through the steps when your phone is connected and make sure you the vehicle is parked, not moved. So I'm going to press this button, push this in, sorry, the other way. So the USB cable just underneath, and I'm going to just plug into my phone again. So now you can see the phone's connected, plugged in. It's gonna pop up notification on this, says do you want to use Apple CarPlay? Click use. And on my phone should pop up notification as well. Do you want to allow? I'm gonna click allow. And you can say enable wireless Apple CarPlay as well, because this car has wireless Apple CarPlay. So that's how it works basically. So now you can see the apps are connected. I can press this. You can see all the apps that supports Apple CarPlay, messages, phone calls, all that things. If you do want to use Siri while you're driving, simply press and hold this button, just like a home button. It's going to pop up Siri command. There you go. I'm going to click this off. So yeah, that's how the Apple CarPlay works. And if you do want to go back to radio, you can start listening to radio still. I'm going to mute the button, and then you can go back by clicking this Apple CarPlay. You can see the app connect, going to change to Apple CarPlay. Click this, it goes back to Apple CarPlay. Because this has wireless Apple CarPlay, you can also just connect to wireless Apple CarPlay by unplug the phone and just simply click that. As long as your Bluetooth is on, it's going to connect your Apple CarPlay. So yeah, that's how the Apple CarPlay works. Cool, awesome. You can now say my phone is not connected, Apple CarPlay still connects. So that's the Apple CarPlay. And then after that, you get your vehicles. So in the vehicles, it shows just different, you can see different selections of driving data, digital cockpit, or anything like that. You can change different things. In the settings, you can also change a lot of settings for example, things like tires. You can reset your tire pressure because the vehicle has tire pressure monitoring system. You can see your lighting controls. You can change to convenience turn signal, all that things. So these are all personal settings. You can go through that later. Important ones, I would say, first is opening and closing. So the first one is convenience opening. So if this is on, for example, I'm going to just press it all windows or driver window. That means when your vehicle is parked and you are from the distance, you press and hold the unlock button on the key, and all the windows drop down basically. And if you press and hold the lock button, all the windows goes up. And central lockings, all the doors will be unlocked when you unlock the door. Otherwise, it's just single door, means driver door, or vehicle side. It only unlock the driver side or the left side. But most people will be happy with all doors basically. Second one, lock automatic when driving. I would assume most people are happy with this, and that means when you drive off, the vehicle locks itself. Interior monitoring, it only means if you have a dog or baby inside, something like that, or in case you have a break in windows or something like that when your vehicle is locked and parked, and the vehicle give you beeping sound and alert sort of thing. So that's the opening and closing. Instrument cluster, you can choose different contacts, all that things, if you like to. For example, I'm gonna click contents. You can do different classic, which means this is on gear, this is on speedo. That means we're on gear and speedo. but you can change the different things. View 1, you are able to just swipe up and down to change. For example, this is route guidance. It's going to show route guidance here, range to empty on the side. So up to you, but I'm going to press this to classic. You can personalize that later. And then after that, we'll go back to the time and date. There you can set your time, everything. These come with the GPS, so you can just click GPS. But for New Zealand, you may need to choose summertime and take summertime once it's gone, basically. Yeah, so that's pretty much majority of the things. Nothing to talk about parking maneuvering, so because just you can change your parking assistance features, all that things. So yeah, that's about that. And click menu. Sound allows you to change your sound speakers. We don't need to go through that. Aircon, just display your aircon. Aircon is at the bottom anyway. Settings, that allows you to see all the different screen settings. You can change your screen settings over here. Time and date, same thing. Language, you don't need to do that. You can manage your mobile devices here, or manage your mobile devices in phone function. So again, doesn't have to do anything. You can restore your factory setting if you do need to. Yeah, and that's pretty much majority everything about this particular screen. Yeah, so that's about that. Obviously, when you put the car in reverse, you're gonna have the reverse camera pops up and parking sensor front and rear engaged. So yeah, that's about that. And if you do want to individually engage your parking sensor while driving, simply press this button, your parking sensor will engage. Press this button, parking sensor will disengage. Up to you. And then this button here allows you to have the vehicle as a feature called auto parallel parking assist. So when you're driving on the road, when you see a car park, you can slowly press this button first, slowly pass through that parking space. When you finish on the dashboard, it's going to say park. It's going to show you angle, that arrow that allows you to park into the parking space. All you need to do is just hold your brake, push the vehicle into park. The vehicle, leave your hand off the steering. The vehicle will steer for you into the car park. There's a couple videos on YouTube you can check. I can do a video later as well. Auto stop start. So when you start the vehicle, automatically this function is on. That means when you come to a traffic light, the vehicle will stop the engine basically. And if you do release your brake, the vehicle will switch the engine back on. If you don't like it, this is the button to disengage that. Simply press this button, orange light comes on. You can see the notification on the dash as well. That means this function is off for this drive until you switch off, switch back on again. Next one will be all the radio, aircon controls. You do get two different temperatures, or press sync button to one temperature, so follow the driver basically. Otherwise switch this or do two temperatures when the sync light is off. And that volume, auto, you can bring up menu, you can switch it off. That changes the direction of the aircon. This is recirculation or recirculation and non-recirculation. Front windscreen more like a blaster front windscreen, rear demister, max AC or AC. So that's very simple. After that, push button to switch on, switch off the vehicle. So if I want to switch off the vehicle, just one touch and the vehicle is switched off. If I hold the brake and press this button, the vehicle will switch back on. Gear selector, very easy. Just drive all the way to drive. And if you do want to change to S at some point, you can just say I'm on drive. For example, I'm on drive 1. I can just flick it down and release. It's on S1, so it gives you the sporty gear. Switch it on again, it'll be on drive 1. There you go. Press the park. And after that, you get your driving mode controls. So switch this left and right allows you to change to different driving condition mode, because the vehicle is all-wheel drive, 4Motions. Switch left, you can see on the top dash, it's going to show snow driving profile. Switch to the right, this is on-road driving profile, you don't need to do anything. This is the off-road driving profile, just going to change to this. And then individual as well, off-road, off-road expert driving profile. You can actually click that to change different things. Otherwise, switch to this bar over there. That's your normal on-road driving. When you're on normal on-road driving, you can click the mode button to change your different driving modes. So I'm gonna click this. See the change to go to sport, individual, eco, normal. It goes around basically. You can also click this, go to sport, go to normal, go to individual. When you're individual, you can change all that things under here. Otherwise, normal is most people's driving mode. Next will be the parking brake. So as long as I hold in the brake, release the parking brake, push it on, push the parking brake. You have light here, you also have a light on the dash. Auto hold, this is the function when you have your seatbelt on, press this button. That means when you come to a complete stop, the vehicle will hold your handbrake automatically, so you don't need to hold the brake all the way. The vehicle is ready to go whenever you press the throttle again. If you don't like it, no light is on, so it doesn't engage. If you like it, press it, then there will be orange light. That means that function will be on. So that's the auto hold. Yeah, so that's pretty much covers everything, all the basics, all the things. And you always find your owner's manual in the glove box anyway. On the top it's just the reading lights, so this is door lights, this is light on, this is door lights again, this is off. So if it's in neutral, door lights means I'm gonna open the door, all the lights in, all the lights on, and then close the door, all the lights off. Reading lights, front and rear, very simple. That's pretty much it, I think. Yeah. Any questions, please let me know.